Nero. The name itself evokes images of tyranny and madness. His legacy is one of infamy, a ruler whose actions have echoed through the corridors of history. He was the emperor who fiddled while Rome burned. This infamous act has become a symbol of his reign, a reign marked by chaos and destruction, a man consumed by his own desires and paranoia, his every move shadowed by fear and suspicion, leading to a reign of terror. His reign, a whirlwind of debauchery, bloodshed, and ultimately self-destruction. Nero's court was a place of excess where the line between pleasure and pain was often blurred. History remembers him as Nero the Monster, a tyrant who terrorized Rome for 14 long years. His speeches, filled with grandiosity, masked the fear he instilled in his subjects. But how did a young man born into such promise become the embodiment of evil? Nero's early life was filled with potential, a future that seemed bright and full of hope. What events shaped his reign and led him down a path of such utter depravity? The political machinations, the betrayals, and the constant power struggles all played a part in his descent. To understand Nero, we must delve into the annals of history. The writings of ancient historians provide a glimpse into the mind of this troubled ruler. We must explore the world of ancient Rome, a world where power was everything and the stakes were life and death. It is a world of power struggles, political intrigue, and relentless ambition. The Senate, the gladiators, the bustling marketplaces, all were part of the complex tapestry of Roman life. Nero's story is a tragedy, a tale of a man who had everything yet lost it all to his own inner demons. It's a cautionary tale about the corrupting nature of absolute power, the fall of the crown, the shattered statues, all symbols of a reign that ended in ruin. It's a stark reminder that even in the heart of an empire, darkness can take root and flourish. The Colosseum, once a place of glory, now stands as a testament to the darker side of human nature. This is the story of Nero, the mad emperor, a story that continues to fascinate and horrify, a story that reminds us of the thin line between greatness and madness. Nero, Claudius, Caesar, Augustus, Germanicus, his name was a testament to his lineage, a lineage steeped in both glory and bloodshed. The very mention of his name evoked images of a powerful dynasty that had shaped the course of history. Born in 37 AD, Nero was the heir to a dynasty forged by conquest and ambition. From the moment of his birth, the weight of his family's legacy was placed upon his shoulders. His great uncle was Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Augustus had transformed Rome from a republic into an empire, setting the stage for Nero's eventual rise to power. His father, Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus, was a nobleman known for his ruthlessness. Ahenobarbus's reputation for cruelty and ambition was well known throughout Rome. Nero's mother, Agrippina the Younger, was a woman of unparalleled ambition. She was a force to be reckoned with, a woman who would stop at nothing to achieve her goals. She was the sister of the infamous Emperor Caligula and the great-granddaughter of Augustus himself. This connection to the imperial family gave her a unique position of power and influence. Agrippina was determined to see her son on the throne. She believed that Nero was destined for greatness and would do whatever it took to make that belief a reality. She would stop at nothing to secure his destiny, even if it meant resorting to treachery and murder. Agrippina's machinations were legendary, and she was feared by many. The young Nero grew up in the shadow of this legacy. He was constantly reminded of the expectations placed upon him and the lengths his mother would go to ensure his success. He witnessed firsthand the brutality and cunning that permeated Roman politics. The political arena was a dangerous place filled with intrigue and betrayal. The line between power and madness was blurred. In his world, the pursuit of power often led to acts of madness, and Nero saw this dichotomy play out time and time again. It was a world where survival depended on ruthlessness. In the brutal world of ancient Rome, only the most cunning and ruthless could hope to survive and thrive. As Nero grew older, he began to understand the true nature of power. He saw how the empire expanded through conquest and how leaders maintained control through fear and manipulation. Eventually, Nero would ascend to the throne, carrying with him the weight of his family's legacy and the lessons he had learned from his mother and the brutal world around him. His reign would be marked by both grandeur and infamy, a testament to the complex and often contradictory nature of power in ancient Rome. Agrippina's influence on Nero was profound. From a young age, she recognized his potential as a ruler. She carefully orchestrated his education, surrounding him with tutors chosen for their political acumen. The philosopher Seneca, renowned for his wisdom and eloquence, became Nero's mentor. He instilled in his pupil a love for art, music, and philosophy. But Agrippina's ambition knew no bounds. She craved power not just through her son, but for herself. She used her cunning and influence to manipulate the young emperor, pulling the strings from behind the throne. Nero, however, was not a puppet to be controlled. As he matured, he grew resentful of his mother's domineering presence. He yearned to break free from her control and rule in his own right. The seeds of rebellion were sown. It was only a matter of time before they blossomed into open conflict. Section 4, the young emperor. In 54 AD, Nero's world changed forever. The Roman Empire was on the brink of a new era, and young Nero was at the center of it all. His stepfather, the Emperor Claudius, died under mysterious circumstances. The whispers in the corridors of power spoke of betrayal and dark schemes. Poison, it was whispered, administered at the behest of Agrippina herself. The ambitious mother, Agrippina, was determined to see her son on the throne. With Claudius gone, the path to the throne lay open for Nero. The young prince, barely 17, was now the most powerful man in the world. At the age of 17, Nero ascended to the throne. The coronation was a grand affair filled with pomp and ceremony, marking the beginning of his reign. He was young, charismatic, and eager to prove himself a worthy emperor. His speeches were filled with promises of a brighter future for Rome. His initial years in power were marked by a period of relative peace and prosperity. The empire flourished under his rule with new projects and reforms. He focused on strengthening the empire's infrastructure, promoting trade, and patronizing the arts. Roads were built, trade routes expanded, and culture thrived. The Roman people embraced their new emperor. They saw in him a beacon of hope and a promise of stability. They saw in him a youthful vigor and a departure from the tyranny of Caligula. Nero's reign was seen as a fresh start, a new chapter in Rome's history. Nero's love for the arts resonated with the Roman populace. He was not just a ruler, but a patron of culture, deeply involved in the artistic life of the city. He was a patron of theater, music, and poetry. Artists and performers found a friend in the emperor who supported their work with enthusiasm. He even participated in public performances, much to the delight of his subjects. Nero's involvement in the arts made him a beloved figure among the people, who saw him as one of their own. Section 5. A mother's betrayal. However, the harmony was not to last. The power dynamic between Nero and Agrippina began to shift. As Nero matured, he grew increasingly independent. He chafed under his mother's constant interference in matters of state. Agrippina, accustomed to wielding power, refused to relinquish her control. She attempted to undermine Nero's authority, plotting against him with her allies in the Senate. The conflict between mother and son escalated. It culminated in a shocking act of betrayal. In 59 AD, Nero, driven by paranoia and resentment, ordered the assassination of his own mother. The murder sent shockwaves through Roman society. It marked a turning point in Nero's reign. The young emperor, once seen as a beacon of hope, had now committed matricide. He proved himself capable of unimaginable cruelty. This act would forever stain his legacy, casting a dark shadow over his reign.